Today I want to talk about an observation that I made about dating cultures outside the US and why we are really failing as a society in America. I was traveling for like a month in Greece, Italy, Dubai, and Israel. And because I'm a dating app founder, I always ask people about their dating experiences. And I asked a lot of men, what are the girls like in your country? What's it like to date here? And the thing that I kept hearing over and over, specifically in Italy and Israel, is that the women in their country are very difficult and hard to please. In Israel, for example, a woman will never have sex on the first date. Maybe the third, maybe the fourth. First date, not a thing. I also noticed men in these countries will put so much more effort into taking girls out on dates, into actually getting to know them, and they're more open to having serious relationships. And in a lot of countries outside the US, if you go on just a few dates with someone, it is automatically assumed that you're exclusive. You don't even have to talk about it. In the US, a man can swipe right on a dating app, meet with a girl that same day, and get into her bed that night. So why would he ever want to commit?
She belongs to the streets.
He has thousands of girls at his disposal that he can have sex with. I believe sexual experience is very important, but at the same time, I think we are totally shooting ourselves in the foot by being so supportive of sexual liberation. So yes, the women in these countries might be more difficult to please, but what's the opposite of difficult? Easy. Is that what we want to be in the US?
Women in Western culture are easy. Under the guise of freedom, they are practically giving themselves away for a Popeye's chicken sandwich and a biscuit. Now, I observed the same thing living out of the country. Once you start going on more than one date with a woman, she expects that you are dating. I saw a lot more women going on normal dates with men, giving men genuine femininity and a good time. Women in America are so loose and free with their 304 exploits. Why would any man commit to women in the States? If women were more careful with who they gave their goods to and how they behave, maybe they would find more success in dating and relationships.
Ladies, we want them to apply pressure. We want them to show effort. We want them to be consistent. We want them to show interest. We want them to make us feel special. But he shouldn't do it too much because it's too much. I want him to call every day, but not too many times a day. I want him to apply pressure, but that's too much pressure. There is such a thing as moving too fast. However, y'all realize that we are sometimes impossible to please. How much is enough pressure for you? How much is enough effort for you? Where's the line? They don't know because we don't know. We are often afraid of what we've never had. I almost blew this big time because of my fear of what I've never experienced. But I got everything I asked for and I was still complaining. It's us, ladies. It's not always the men. It be us.
When men do all the things that this woman just said, go out of their way for a woman, they get played. Like she said, sometimes women are hard to please. Yet even with these high expectations, it comes back to something the man isn't doing. Men just can't get right. In reality, these women are just confused because men are simple. Ain't hard to figure out what a man wants. But women will say that women know what they want. Ever tried to ask a woman what she wants to eat or what restaurant she wants to go to? Pretty difficult, ain't it? Women are guarded and afraid. They are so used to giving the Chaz, Tyrone's, Pookie's, and Ray Ray's time, they don't know what to do when they have a good man. These women don't know how to accept a man's love and affection if it bit them in the ass.
There are far more women struggling to find love in relationships than men. Yes, I agree, bad men exist, but these men are created, not born. And I'll tell you what's causing this. Toxic feminism is simultaneously teach women to detest masculine traits in men, but cultivate them in themselves. So for instance, a man that cheats is trash, but a woman who cheats is a bad. But a woman should sell her nudes online and she's a bad. But the biggest problem with feminism is that it makes women reject their feminine traits. So they no longer want to be loyal or nurturing. As a result, we're breeding a generation of men who no longer aspire to provide, protect, and most importantly, respect women because they can access them and replace them. So yes, men are struggling to find love, but it might be because this generation of women is not what they want.
Women are struggling to find good men. As we stated in the last clip, they don't know what to do with them. Mothers for the past few generations have been raising son husbands that have feminine traits. But when it comes to dating, these women don't want these type of men. She said it. Women today are masculine. If you look at the things that women are doing today, and it sounds like the same things that they complain about for the men that was in the past. There are so many double standards that's going on right now. Because of this, men are done with dating. They're done with the game. Modern women are not wife material. They are not the women men want to settle down with. But women got their freedom, right?
First things first, black women being independent. They only did that so we wouldn't have men around to protect us when they came to get the kids. Don't be stupid. This is bigger than independence. Black men, you were right. They played us. I agree with you. But at the end of the day, we need you now. Be humble and come to our aid because it's about to get gritty. They played us and they're trying to pit us against each other so we fight each other so they can lock us up, take our kids. Don't be stupid.
It's funny to me how in the black community, men have been given all the blame for what's going on. The truth is, women have let the government replace the men in our household and raise our children. The girl power movements have done more damage to the black community than any other. At the end of the day, Becky, Mylene, and Maria still understand their roles in their household. They still support their men. And this woman is right. What is going on behind the scenes is bigger than race. This is a divide and conquer strategy that is working to perfection because women are trying to play a role that isn't meant for them to play. Not everyone could be the starting quarterback on a team.
So men are saying they're getting their passport because there aren't enough fit, feminine, and friendly women to choose from. And instead of looking in the mirror and asking ourselves if we would make great wives to these men, we would much rather shame them and guilt them into staying with our mediocre asses. Ma'am, if you're not fit, feminine, or friendly, then you're not what these men want. Shut your ass and go to the gym. Like, do we see how toxic we are?
Men, if you say you want a woman that is fit, feminine, cooperative, you are met with so much bitterness, arguing, so much outrage. And this is because women today are not capable of providing it to you. The rise of the girl power movement has women angry about everything except themselves. It doesn't have them take accountability for their action. Then they get mad men are leaving. This isn't just a US problem. This is a problem that's occurring in all westernized countries. This is one of the many reasons men are getting their passports. Men, do not stay where you are tolerated. Go where you are appreciated. Watch this next video about how one woman tells the truth about why modern women are disrespectful to men.